here we are. Okay, so I'm gonna put them in order. Red, yellow, uh, silver, crystal, um, fire red, sapphire, emerald, diamond, platinum, uh, white, black 2, Y, omega ruby, um, moon, ultra moon, and shield. So these hold up. Let's go. Pikachu goes before shield. So these are the games from red to shield are the ones that I will be ranking. Big controversy time, actually. I feel like this is gonna go so bad. Okay, so to begin, uh, Pokemon Red, I'm gonna put in C tier. Now, my reasoning for this is just that, like, it's nothing against the game for the most part. Like, it's not the game's fault, right? I mean, it was limited tech and limited like everything at the time. So it's not necessarily, but like, I mean, it would make sense that the series progressively got better in a lot of aspects, right? So, reasoning for putting it here, like, the sprites were fucking horrendous. If you haven't looked at some of the original sprites, my god, they look so bad. Uh, and like, I don't know, some lots of glitches, lots of things wrong. Yellow, having played it recently, I'm gonna put it B tier. I think it's an interesting like update. I mean, it made lots of improvements. Fucking Charizard can learn Fly finally. Better sprites. Um, I don't know, just generally better than like a good step up from red, blue, and green. Silver, I'm gonna put in the same tier. Gen 2, not my favorite. Oh shit, wait. Soul Silver, I gotta put there. Actually, correction. I'm gonna put that in C tier. Hold on. Hold on. I have to reevaluate. Okay. We're just gonna move everything down a peg. And we're gonna put Crystal in B tier. Again, like about about as good. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Haley. We are starting our tier lists. We're ranking Pokemon games, which is fun. Um, yeah, so we have Pokemon Red in D tier, Yellow and Silver in C tier, and Crystal in B tier. So Silver has its problems, and I think Gold and Silver had their problems, and I think Crystal was again like a good step up from there, you know. Um, Fire Red, I'm gonna put A tier. I very much enjoy playing Fire Red. It's one of my favorite games to play through. Um, I'm not the biggest fan of Gen 1 as a whole, but Fire Red's a good game. I do enjoy it a lot. Sapphire, I'm gonna put B tier, and then Emerald, I'm gonna put S tier. Actually, like that. Sevi Islands is underrated. I think it's a great step up from Pokemon Yellow, honestly. Gen 3 is fucking amazing. Sapphire goes A tier. And Emerald is just a solid, like, step up from Ruby and Sapphire, and I think it's a very good game. Like honestly, Emerald's one of my favorite games. Gen 3 was my favorite generation for a long time, and for good reason. Diamond is going B tier. The battle animations and moving is so slow in Gen 4. My God, it's like one of like the worst things about it. Diamond and Pearl had two fully evolved fire types. Yeah, I agree, Nick. I agree. But that's the reason these other games are better. Um, Diamond and Pearl, and like the story is good, but it's kind of watered down compared to Platinum. So I guess what I would say is the story in Diamond and Pearl is good, but Platinum develops on it and makes it a lot better, which is why Platinum is an S tier game. Platinum, fucking phenomenal. Okay, Platinum has such a good story. Yeah, they were, so this is not my opinion based on these games. The first time I played them, this is my opinion on these games based off of years of playing them all, right? So that's kind of that's like that. I think that's an important distinction to make, I guess, that I should have made at the start. Platinum, I think, is a phenomenal game. Excellent step up from Diamond and Pearl. Added a lot of Pokemon that weren't in it originally. Made a lot of Pokemon more usable because of the ways they evolved. The items that they needed were now found much earlier. I'm talking mainly uh, Gligar, Sneasel, Magmar, Electabuzz, and Rhydon. All of these items that they needed originally were like either like in Victory Road or like post game. So like you didn't even get a Weavile, right? Um, but also Magmortar and Electivire weren't even in the game originally. So great. Um, but I think Platinum is an excellent step up. Soul Silver, I would put A tier. I think Heart Gold, Soul Silver are excellent games. They had good mechanics. Falsehoods, what? Okay, Nick, but yes, but Nick, notice how to get the evolution items for Pokemon in a game earlier, you had to buy another game on a different console and play that game. If Pokemon Battle Revolution was on this list, I would. Yo, maybe I should add Pokemon spin-offs. Hold on, let me add Pokemon spin-offs, and we'll do that at the end. I'm gonna add we're gonna do Pokemon spin-offs at the end, I think. The kids game. Which one? Pokemon Play Place? Yeah, some Pokemon has lots of spin-off games. Okay, back to the list. Soul Silver and Heart Gold. Again, not the biggest fan of Gen 2, but I realize that these games are very, very good. Poke Park, yeah, Poke Park is supposed to be pretty good on the Wii. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like, they're just good games. They had good mechanics. They had good graphics. They didn't have the fucking slowness as much as Diamond Pro Platinum did. So they were good games. Um, this is going to be controversial, I know. Gen 5, both games I'm putting S tier. I loved it. Gen 5 is my favorite generation. Um, I just think they're excellent games. They have fucking amazing stories. I know a lot of people shit on the Pokemon, and like every game, of course, they have bad Pokemon. They have a fucking ice cream cone, but they also have fucking excellent Pokemon. I get why people shit on Gen 5 for having bad Pokemon. There's an ice cream cone and a trash bag. First of all, the trash bag is pretty cool. I like Garbodor. Second of all, like there's so many good Pokemon. Like there's Excadrill, there's Crocodile, there's Haxorus, there's Hydreigon. there's Volcarona, there's Darmanitan, there's Conkeldurr, there's Reuniclus, Electros, not as good, but I like him a lot. Scrafty, like there's so many good Pokemon in Gen 5. And like I think people like to focus on the few bad ones and not on how many good ones there are also. Um again, so I put them both S tier because they're like direct continuations of each other, right? And like the story between the two is phenomenal. The characters, I think Gen 5 has some of the best characters, and it's when like there was actual like character development in like your rivals and in like the gym leaders were part of the story in this one. They're such good games. X and Y, I gotta put B tier because like I don't know, X and Y they like they're good games. They're not terrible, but like my problem with them is from a multiplayer standpoint. From a multiplayer standpoint, they're excellent. Okay, I like Megas a lot. I think they had the best gimmick, but the story and the single play and like the game, like the single player playthrough and the story, I found were a little like underwhelming. Okay, and my reasoning for this is I think they focused a lot on the multiplayer and they did an excellent job on the multiplayer aspects. Like you had the super training, which was super easy, like EV training. You had the PSS, and which was like a very easy way to contact people. They added wonder trades, which were really cool. But like the story itself was meh, and the game, I think, excluding Ultra Moon, I think sixth gen is when the games just started getting easy. And I'm just like, I don't know. That's my problem with it. I might bump it up to A tier because I think it is better than these two. Omega Ruby, I would put B tier. I don't think the remakes were as good as the originals for Gen 3. They added stuff, they added new megas, but I don't know. Like I liked Oris a lot too, and like I did really like the Gen 3 remakes. Like I did like getting Gen 3 remakes, but like I don't know. OG Gen 3, maybe it's because like Gen 3 was like my first game. So playing like Emerald was like is like just the best. The deck nav is really cool and I do like a lot of the megas they added, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think they were as good as the originals. Maybe I just need to play them more. Maybe it's because I've only played through Omega Ruby twice, and I've played through Emerald like countless times. I don't know. Um, Sun and Moon, I would honestly put C tier. I don't think the original Gen 7 games were that good. They were just okay. I don't know. They're they weren't great, but they weren't like terrible either. You should finish it, Nick. They're good games. Or if you want to play through Gen 7 but you don't want to play through both games, I would highly suggest just playing through Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. It's like significantly better. It's the platinum of Diamond and Pearl. It just makes it's like a more well-rounded off game. It makes the game better to play. Which is why I would put Ultra Moon in A tier. I really liked Ultra Moon. I think as I just said, it was a fucking great improvement. Honestly, Ultra Moon I found to be since like Gen 5 to be the only hard game uh, of the Gen 6 to Gen 8. It's the only one that I found challenging at times, like pretty challenging at times. Um, Let's Go Pikachu. I'd put B tier. It's not a bad game. I don't know if I would count it as a main series game, but whatever. For for me personally, I think it's like a spin-off, but I get why people count it as a main series. So we'll leave it there. It has some interesting mechanics. I don't like everything about it, but I think it's a good game. And Sword and Shield, I would put B tier as well. Um, in I'm gonna exclude the DLC from these games because that's extra stuff that you don't get if you just buy the base game, and I don't want to count that in my opinion. Um, so base game, they're pretty cool. It's nice to see a lot of Pokemon in like fully fleshed out like 3D like walking around, and I really liked the wild area. I thought it was an excellent like idea for a thing. Dynamax Pokemon and Gigantamax Pokemon kind of meh, but like I can't do much about that. On the most part of the new Pokemon in this generation, I liked a lot of them. There were very few that I was like, this is stupid. Um, the gym leaders were really fun in this game also, and yeah, I don't know. Though I wish it had a better story. If it had a better story, uh, I would put it in A tier. And if I was counting the DLC, I'd probably put it in A tier. But like if I could put like a tier in between A and B, I'd put it there. If I was just counting the DLC, if it had a better story or like a story until like the fucking like basically Pokemon League, I'd put it in A tier. But so this is my tier list of games. Make of it what you will. I think it's a good list. This is my opinion, of course, though. So feel free to give your opinions. We're gonna save this. Let's see if we can look at the community rankings. So they have. Okay, we're not gonna count copies. So they have Platinum, Soul Silver, Emerald, and then both Gen 5 games in S tier, which I have all of which except for Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Um, they put these in D tier, which I also put. They put it's pretty on par with what I put. Some they put a bit. You agree like 90%? Yeah. I think you would put like Gen 5 lower and Gen 7 lower and bring like Gen 2 up probably, right, Nick? Um okay, Pokemon regions. So this is not the games. This is specifically the regions. Um so I guess we'll start with Kanto. Kanto region. Kanto region I think is a solid A tier. Like there's not too much of any one thing. There's not too little of any one thing. I think it's a good split. It has some nice areas as well. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Like Kanto's just like solid, you know? Like there's nothing particularly bad about the actual region. It's not nothing particularly like amazing. It's just a nice region. Johto, Johto, I would say the same. Like Johto, I think it's cool they added day and night. There's like okay, no, okay. Johto, I think it's cool. Like the region connects to Kanto, obviously, and again, it doesn't have. It is a little worse, but like I would count them in the same tier. Um, because I think I would put other stuff lower. Well, actually, now that I say that, probably not. Let's put Johto in B tier. Johto, it's again, it's solid, but I don't think it's like on par with Kanto. Uh, Hoenn, Hoenn region. The Hoenn region I would honestly put S tier. I get that it has Hoenn region is confusing. It's very you go like in circles a lot, right? Because you start like kind of in the middle of the land, and you go up, then you go down to the water, and then back up again, and then you have to come back down, and then go top right. You loop a lot, but that's game. I don't know. Better than going into the same mountain 15 fucking times. So the reason I put Ho in S tier is because Johto and Kanto are they don't have many unique areas. And what I mean by this is Hoenn has a desert. It has a tree fort city. It has volcanoes. It has underwater. It has like a city in the middle of like a water and like a rock surrounding it. It has like a little island city. It has it has like a town that is like surrounded by like soot because of the volcano it's next to. I think Hoenn just has a lot of really unique areas. It does have a lot of water, but like whatever, you know. I don't know. I think Hoenn just because of its abundant unique areas, I think it's pretty dope. Wild take, Sinnoh I'm putting C tier. Oh, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Sinnoh I'm putting B tier. And okay, the reason I'm putting Sinnoh B tier is like there aren't as many unique areas as there were in Hoenn, and like nice Haley, send us pictures. Okay, Nick, the reason for this is like it I don't know. I'm not super fond of games where you revisit the same area like the whole time just from different points. It's not the best region. It's definitely not the worst region, but it's definitely not the best. Yeah, the top right battle area is cool. Sinnoh does have some cool areas. I like that they have like a dedicated like actual like snow area, like Snow Point City and up there, that no other region has had. Um, Iron Island is cool. It has lots of islands, which is cool. But I don't know, just fucking Mount Coronet. You should rank post games. Ugh, no, because some games have like you can't because some games their post game is like the Battle Frontier and that's it. Whereas Johto's post game is like Kanto. Like like what's Emerald's post game? Emerald's post game is catching Kyogre and Groudon, fighting Steven, and the Battle Frontier. Whoop-de-doo. Johto's post game is Kanto. Univa's post game is half like the region, right? Like, not the best comparison. Nope, Regis you can get in the main story. I did forget about Latios and Latias though. That's also post game. Um, the map is awesome, but it's like you get half. Yeah, you get half the map, but yeah, but I mean that's the good thing, right? Like it's say it. I understand why they did that because it's like it's a cool region and like if you had to explore that whole circle plus the bottom and like where the Pokemon League is, that's a lot for a main story. Like okay, right, White Forest and Black City are really cool areas, but like you there would be no reason for you to go there in the main story. As post game areas, they're fucking great, right? And I think that's why they're so cool is that they're post game areas. If they were main cities, like it'd be so weird. Okay, Unova. I'm putting S tier. And here's why. A lot of areas change based on seasons, right? It brought back some of the unique areas that Hoenn had. Um, I will look at it after the stream, Haley. Uh, it has cool areas like Black City and White Forest. Um, and also, I don't know if you knew this, Nick, but in every single town, there you can, if you look around the town, you will find individuals who play instruments. And if you speak to these individuals or if you go near them, the music changes and incorporates the instrument they're playing. So in like one city, there's like a person who plays the the piano, like you see them playing the piano. So if you talk to that person and you listen to the music, you hear more piano. One of the cool things is in Isurus City, the city of the seventh gym, uh, there's you see four individuals like yeah, the drift fail theme was fucking great. Also, um, but if you in Isurus City, there's four individuals kind of dancing in like a circle, right? And if you walk away from them, the music it's the normal town music for that town. But as you walk close to them, you don't even need to talk to them. You hear clapping mixed into the music, which is great. Kalos, Kalos, I would put C tier. I don't know. The Kalos region wasn't that memorable. There was nowhere in the Kalos region that I was like, wow, that place is cool, right? And I don't know. There's not many things super memorable about the Kalos region, and I find that it has a lot of like very very different environments that aren't that far apart, so it kind of doesn't make sense why they would be like that. Like, okay, like Sinnoh has a very dedicated snow area, which is to like the very, very north of the region, which makes sense. Kalos has a designated snow area, which is like the northeast, and like right before it is a town with no snow, and right after it is a town with no snow, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Which and then there's another snow area after that town. I don't know. What did you do, Haley? What dumb thing did you do? Um, Alola, I'd put A tier. Hold on. What? Yeah, okay. Alola, I'd put A tier. I really like the idea for Alola that it's like you washed your bedding, okay, and then waited, right? And now you don't have bedding and you want to go to bed. I believe in you, Haley. You got this. Um, so yeah, I really like the concept of the Alola regions, like four islands, and each island, like the islands, like one island is not super diverse from the rest of its own island, but like they're all very diverse from each other, which I think is really cool. And the first island's like pretty basic. The second island has like a jungle and a volcano. The third island has like giant mountains and like more water for you to surf on. The last island is like a big canyon mostly, and it's like a little port town, and that's it. I think it's a very cool region. And Galar I would put A tier also. I like the setup of the gyms and how you have the three and then you have to go and fight the rest. Um, and I really like the wild area. I think the wild area is like a really cool idea for that region. And how again weather affects a lot of things there, right? Like the count like even more so than Unova. Because Unova was like it had the four seasons, but it was basically like winter and not winter determined the encounters. But like Galar, it's like less about seasons and like the weather, and like the weather in the wild area can be so different from each other, and like you have like massively different encounters there, and I think that's really cool. So this is my my list for the regions. Okay, I don't think I can save this one. Oh sweet, it's saved. View community ranking. Not enough. Okay. Um, time for. I don't have that much trouble with it, Haley, but I also have much longer limbs, so I feel bad for you. I know your arms are like a foot long each. Uh, so we're gonna move on to Pokemon types next. Now, this the horizontal and the vertical uh order matters because there's no like numerical order to do it in. Now, um, you know what? For this, uh, I think for this it would just be best to do one row and just do it horizontally because I don't know how I would do it vertically. So, let's just do them in order of how they appear here. So we got Bug. Bug's an okay type. Dark, I do like dark types more. I'd probably put Dragon and Electric. Fairy, I'd probably put at the end. Fighting, I'd put above Dark. Fire, I'd put after Fighting. I just wish this wasn't lagging. Um, Flying, I'd put between Dragon and Bug. Ghost, I'd put there. Grass, I'd put after Dragon. Ground, I'd put after Electric. Ice, I'd put after Bug. Normal, I'd put at the end. Poison is going in front. Psychic, I would put here. Rock, I would put here. Steel, I'd probably put here. And water, I would put there. Now, let's make sure this looks good to me. Bug, I think I like more than flying. Normal, fairy, ice last, flying, yes, bug. This is hard because it like changes. I don't know. Nick, you would probably want to see what I'm doing and massacring your favorite types. Um, I know. Well, Nick, what would you put as your top five? I'm assuming steel would be at the forefront of it. Okay. Here's my reasoning for I think this is a good list as any. Actually, I'm gonna put grass a bit lower. Steel, grass, ice, ground, dark. Um, I have one of those in my top five. Yeah. Okay. Um, so while this bug loads to be above grass, so poison has been my favorite type for a long time. I mean, so many of my favorite Pokemon are poison types. You got Weezing, you got Gengar, you got Crobat, you got like Toxicroak, Toxtricity. There's just so many good poison types. I think it's a very underrated typing. I think offensively for a long time it was really bad because it was only super effective on grass, and a lot of grass types are part poison type, which is like just makes poison kind of irrelevant. But defensively, it's very good. Like it's a really good type, I think. And with fairy types being introduced, poison just got better. Ghost types also so many good Pokemon. Gengar again, Golurk, Chandelure, Koffing Dusknoir, Jellicent. Yeah. Fighting has some good Pokemon also. Oh, it's always been a good type. I mean, it has Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Machamp, Conkeldurr, three starters, four starters actually. It's always, I don't know, it's always been a good type. Fire always has good Pokemon also. Fun fact, Fire has the second most resistances after Steel, if you didn't know. Dark, I think there's a lot of good Dark type Pokemon. I think it kind of gets offensively and defensively, it's like not the greatest, but it's not the worst either. Electric has lots of good Pokemon. Dragon's so low on the list just because there's so many like I don't know. I don't like that all the legends and like all the pseudos just kind of became dragon types after a certain point. It's like there's like almost no variety. Maybe that's just me. Steel types, there's lots of good steel types. Water types, there's just so many water types to like not like them. Psychic, again, like I don't know. A lot of them have good types. I guess the reason normal normal has good Pokemon. I just think it's very like a lot of them are very bland. Like a lot of normal types color schemes are just brown and beige and white, which is boring. A lot of normal types kind of just fill the same role as each other, just better or worse. Um, Fairy, I don't know. Fairy's okay. I just maybe it's probably just because it's newer, but like there aren't that many fairy types that I'm like, wow, what a good Pokemon. Um, Ice, Ice, it's just so hard to use because they have so many weaknesses. Ice and Grass have are tied for the most weaknesses. Flying has good Pokemon, but I don't know. I don't like that almost all the regional birds are just normal flying, and I don't like that flying is just like I guess I just wish there were more pure flying types too, to be more like the other types. Um, but I don't know. I can't really think of many pure steel types. Are there any? There's the Clink family. There's Mawile used to be. Huh. There aren't many pure steel types, surprisingly. Bug. I like a lot of bug types. I just I I don't like that a lot of the early game bug types just are bad because they're early game and like they just are all the same thing just redone. Like I really like what Gen 5 did with their early game bug types where they put them a bit later, but they were really good. Like Leavanny and Scolipede are both really cool Pokemon. Which I like. I like that they did that. Grass just has too many Pokemon that are the same fucking type. Rock. Rock types are cool. Again, I don't know. Like the reason some of these types are lower is just because a lot of them have like the same dual typing a lot. Like a lot of rock ground types, a lot of grass poison types, a lot of bug poison types, a lot of bug flying types, a lot of flying normal types. They're just repetitive, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. That's my Pokemon uh types tier list. I will actually save this and I will keep this one in mind because starting next Thursday, I will have to prep for it. We are going to do top fives, starting with I don't know. I'll probably prep like five of them, four or five. There's what, 18 types? Maybe I'll prep. Maybe we'll go through three at a time, actually. So I'll prep the first three, then so on and so forth. And we'll start with normal and end with poison when we're done with it. What's the community ranking? If there is one. They put bug, rock, normal in D tier, ice, flying, fighting, ground, and poison in B tier, steel, fairy, grass A tier, and then dragon, ghost, water, dark. Dude, this is such a sad tier list. And it's like so expected. I 100% dragon, fairy, grass, water, and fire were gonna be at the top. Apparently I'm unconventional too, dude. I put poison and fighting at the top. They put them in the middle. Um, maybe we'll do. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna do Pokemon spin-off games actually. Maybe at some other point I'll do it randomly, but we're past 11 o'clock now. I think we're gonna end the stream here today. So thank you everyone for coming out. Uh, Today was pretty good. We made lots of progress and we got through the second to last bit of tier list. Nick, we're close. If it doesn't take a million years, next time we'll hopefully be getting Ditto on Sunday. So I'm assuming Sunday or Thursday we'll be getting Ditto. Also, Nick, I'm assuming you're going to bed now. Bye bye, Haley. Have a good night. All right, Nick. I will perhaps play games with you on Saturday or Sunday then, I guess. Hopefully we can play some Apex this weekend. and get you some more wins. Yeah. I will catch you guys on Sunday then. Thank you for coming out. And if you haven't already, feel free to follow. Um, and if you are watching on YouTube and you haven't already, feel free to subscribe if you like the content and come to the streams. Peace out.